Welcome back to another edition of Arizona Wildcats Insiders Podcast. I'm your host, Troy Hutchison, and we have just witnessed the Wildcats pull off a stunning come-from-behind win. Arizona trailed Kansas 17-7 and then outscored the Jayhawks the rest of the way 17-3. Arizona's defense played at a high level in the second half. The offense was up and down, but when the shit was hitting the fan, when stuff was there, when everything was on the table, all the cards on the table, Arizona's offense came through. The final drive of the game, the Wildcats came up with a missed field goal by Kansas to keep it a 3-point game, and Noah Fafita in the offense led a meticulous drive downfield. The rushing attack was hit and miss all game, and then all of a sudden, big runs by Noah Fafita, a 15-yard run here, an 11-yard run there. And then on third downs, all season long, Arizona had been struggling on third down conversions, and they struggled in the game on third down conversions. But on 3rd and 3, from about the 24-yard line, 18 from the 24-yard line, all of a sudden, Quincy Craig breaks off a 24-yard run, scoring the game-winning touchdown. Arizona goes up 24-20 over the Jayhawks, and the defense holds. Hail Mary attempt falls incomplete. The Wildcats win their 6th game of the season, locking in a bowl berth for the first time since 2023. The first time in the Brent Brennan era, the Wildcats will be going bowling. They sit at 6-3 on the season, 3 games remaining on the schedule. Defense playing at a high level. Noah Fafita playing at a very good level. Again, there are some plays in the game he wasn't able to make, and some plays where flags came back to haunt Kansas. But overall, Fafita is playing at a high level. The offense is moving in the right direction. 24 points today. I know it's not a great Kansas defense, but it's a Kansas team that was sitting at 5-4, looking to go bowling. Arizona was sitting at 5-3, needing the win to go bowling. You had 2 hungry teams out there on the football field. And to be honest, with a homecoming crowd, that was very underwhelming. It was very dead in the first half. The crowd kind of dissipated in the second half, but got loud in the fourth quarter. I really commend the fans that stayed for the game to watch their Wildcats secure a bowl game berth. They got loud. Brennan said it probably helped them out with the missed field goal there. Kansas, one of the better special teams units in all of college football, had a missed field goal and a couple other plays that they let slip up. And Arizona's able to take that momentum, go downfield, and score the game-winning touchdown. And how about Quincy Craig? Quincy Craig was one of the more under-the-radar transfer portal additions for Arizona. And he has 3 carries today, 47 yards. The 18-yarder, was on that third down to get the first down, and then a 24-yarder to seal the win. So 47 yards, 3 carries, 2 of those came on that final drive with the game-winning touchdown, and he had 2 catches, 13 yards, an 8-yard reception that went for a touchdown. He scored twice in a game where the offense needed somebody. They needed somebody to spark because it looked flat at times, and Quincy Craig was that spark. Again, it goes to show you in a game of football, yes, you have your stars. You have your star players. You have your star athletes, but it's a whole roster. It's a whole roster. Anybody can come up with big plays at any time. Quincy Craig's a good back, but I don't think anybody had him scoring 2 touchdowns going into this game. And he stayed hungry. He didn't get a lot of carries, but he stayed motivated, stayed hungry, came away with the 2 biggest plays, not only of the game, maybe the 2 biggest plays of the season for Arizona to lock in that bowl berth for Brent Brennan, the coaching staff, the team. They get that monkey off their back. Last year, they were at the end of the year, they were sitting at 4-8. A lot went wrong. They got blown out in a lot of games, especially on the road. This season, they started off hot, 3-0. All of a sudden, they're 4-3 with back-to-back losses to BYU and Houston, where it came down to the final possession. BYU just lost their first game on Saturday to a very good, borderline great Texas Tech team. Arizona was leading by 10 in that game and lost in double overtime. Then Houston, who is sitting with, I believe, 2 losses on the year, 1 loss on the year, they just came from behind and beat a solid Central Florida team. That's the 2 losses and nail-biting losses, and had Arizona fans in panic. what does Arizona do? They respond back with back wins. They absolutely smack Colorado on the road, ending the 2-game losing streak, ending a 5-game road losing streak, and then come home and just play this gritty football game, a tough-nosed football game between two solid programs. I'm not going to say great, but solid programs. Very good coach on the Kansas sideline and a very good coach in Brent Brennan, who has a lot to prove to Arizona fans, but they found a way to win. Give credit to Danny Gonzalez and his defense. I thought they did a tremendous job, especially on third down defense. They held Kansas to 6 of 16. That's not great, but against the Kansas Jayhawk offense like that, with all the motion, and they stopped them on third and short situations. That's a tremendous job by the defense. And then offensively, again, it's like a jump shooter when the shot's not going right. A good scorer. You got to keep on firing up shots, man, because eventually it's going to fall. Arizona hung in there offensively. They were able to keep themselves in the game, battled back, and found a way to get it done. Now the Wildcats sit at 6-3. They have Cincinnati coming up on the road. That's going to be an incredibly tough test. The Bearcats have been playing great football this season, sitting at 7-2. They're coming off of not heartbreaking, but just a throttling by Utah, losing 45-14 on the road in Salt Lake because they had a bye week. They had a week to stew, sit, game plan, and Arizona will be heading up there. Again, in the Brent Brennan era, Arizona's 2-5 on the road all time with 4 blowout losses. But you're starting to see a change of the program going in the right direction. Players, you're seeing a confidence in players that you didn't see a season before. So Arizona has Cincinnati back at home for the final home game this season against Baylor, which, by the way, the stadium, Arizona Stadium, should have 45+ thousand fans in it. It won't, and there'll be excuses. It's probably going to be a 7 o'clock kickoff time, so fans will probably say it's too late, I'm too tired, yada, yada, yada. This team deserves their support. I mean, it's unbelievable, the lack of support from the fan base for the football program and how it's going in the right direction. But you have the Baylor game, very winnable game. Arizona's probably going to be the favorite in that game. And then you finish the year off up in Tempe, up north, against Arizona State. Arizona State was supposed to be the darlings of college football. They came into the season ranked number 11 with college football playoff hopes, aspirations in their mind. They're sitting at 6-3. Yes, there's been a ton of injuries. Sam Leavitt is out for the season, but they were not really good up to that point even before the injury. Sam Leavitt wasn't playing great football. So now Arizona State, they both sit at 6-3. I'm sure Arizona State's going to be the favorite. I'm sure the Sun Devil fan base is thinking they're going to smack Arizona. Not so fast. Not so fast. I have a feeling Arizona's going to show out for that game. But we had Arizona sitting at 7-5 at the end of the year. And right now, 8-4 is a realistic possibility for Arizona. 9-3, I don't think they're going to do that, but they would win the last 3 games of the season. But this football team's moving in the right direction. They found a way to win a gritty, tough-nosed football game, and they will be going bowling. We'll see where Arizona goes, but there will be a postseason in Tucson, Arizona.